Hi, this is Jamie Dougherty with the ICE Resin Creative Team, and I'm here to show you how you can create your very own molds to use with your ice resin. Now this is a two-part mold putty by Mechanique, and what you're going to need to do is you're going to take equal amounts of each side. So I'm going to take a little bit out of each container. And what you'll need to do is you're going to need some pieces, original pieces that you can mold your own replicas out of. I have here a seashell and also a little bird's skull. Now I've got my one piece. I'm going to make that kind of into a ball. And next I'm going to take the equal amount out of the other half. You know, it doesn't have to be exact. You just want to make sure that it is close to the other piece. Okay? Once you have your two parts, go ahead and blend that together. You want to make sure that they blend evenly and you get this nice creamy yellow surface. You don't want a lot of striations in color of the gray and the yellow. You want it a solid color. So you just keep kneading this together. Now you do have about a 2-minute window to get it blended well and your pieces into the putty before it actually sets. You have some give time, but there isn't quite enough time to put it aside and blend later. Once you start working with it, you really have to finish it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this aside and try to mold this out. Now I got a little too much, so I'm going to try to frame out or mold this beautiful little frame that I found. Make sure I have this nice and blended. I don't have quite enough here to make the frame, to mold out the frame, so I'm going to have to add a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one aside. See how it's nice and creamy. And next what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the packaging of putty. So I'm going to blend these together. I'm going to go ahead and blend it together with this patch as well. So we're going to blend everything together. And again, you want to make sure it's nice and evenly blended. Kind of just like kneading dough, bread dough or clay. I can already tell this is kind of hardening on me, so I need to hurry up and get this blended in. Now you can do small pieces, you can do large pieces. That's the fun part of this molding putty, is that you can create so many different original, create molds out of original pieces that you can recreate. Okay, so now I have my putty blended. I'm going to go ahead, flatten that out, spread it out on your workstation. You want to make sure you have a flat workstation so that when you're going to pour your resin later on, it fits and it doesn't make a mess. I didn't quite make this large enough. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I'm going to re-stretch it. Make sure I flatten that out so my original impression isn't on there anymore. Press that out. Doesn't have to be flat on top because once you press your original in, it's going to go ahead and create its impression. So you just press down with even pressure. You want to press all the way through. And then once you have it down, you're going to go ahead and cushion the sides of the mold putty right around your piece. Now this is going to help well up the ice resin when you go ahead and pour. And it creates a nice little barrier to keep the mess inside of our beautiful new mold. Now I have a couple open spots in the center. I'm going to go ahead and press down the little seashell. And I'm also going to do my little bird. See the little bird skull? I'm going to lightly push that in. Hopefully I don't break her. Okay. She's in there. Kind of cushion her around. Okay. Once that is set, I'll go ahead and show you. Once that's set, you can go ahead and take your ice resin and pour it right into the mold. Now, I'm not going to move this, but in this one's already set. You pour your resin right inside and let it cure. And then once it's cured, you can go ahead and pop out your resin piece and make whatever your heart's content. Now this one I went ahead and poured with the resin, and then I painted over the top of the resin with gesso, and then I set it in a little container, and then I set it in some more of the beautiful ice resin. Alright, so your possibilities are endless with this little project. I hope you enjoyed. And again, we use the Art Mechanique molding putty, and I can't wait to see what you create.